Without further ado, let's take a position on reviews.
Well, my position is missionary.
You got to take a position. One of the positions.
Is it the pole position?
It
I
may
know at
be.
least 4. I think I know 4 positions by name.
Really?
In the Kama
That's probably
Sutra?
about it. Yes. The blooming lotus, right?
Sure.
That sounds amazing.
I think there's the rocking horse.
Oh.
Yeah.
Your mom
I
likes
think-
that one.
Yeah, the rising sun.
Ooh, yeah, another good one.
Yeah.
And the crane. Yeah, the Karate Kid stole that.
It's Karate Kid.
Not many people know Karate Kid stole that from the Kama Sutra.
Wow.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I did not know that.
In fact, next time you watch Karate Kid,
that brings a whole new spotlight on.
It's actually Karate Kid's actually a porn.
Daniel and
Karate
Mr.
Kid is
Miyagi.
actually a porn movie.
It is. Yeah. It's very subtle. But
Mrs.
those who know
LaRusso
what to
only
look for
knew
will see
what Daniel and Mr. Miyagi were doing that whole time.
Kind of gross now.
Yeah, gross.
Thanks Garrick, for that.
Gross.
Yeah, you're welcome.
Thank you for ruining everything.
Yeah.
There's also the Congress of the Crow.
I thought you said you only knew 4.
I lied. I really know a lot.
He knows them all.
I'm guessing you did a Google search.
No. Why would I do that?
Bing?
Why would
Use Bing, don't
It's
you?
all up here, baby.
I do.
All up here.
All Bing, baby. Yeah. So anyway, we had some comics come out
Yeah, we did.
Yep.
that may or may not included some Kama Sutra within the pages.
It better.
But probably not. Most likely not. Because they were Star Wars comics.
Yeah.
Not that smutty stuff you guys read. Yeah. So we had a little Star Wars number 56. Dr. Aphra.
Well, there's
Number
one.
26.
Dr. A, baby.
Yeah. And of course, Vader. Closing down the Vader arc, slowly inching our way toward the end.
Fades.
Number 23.
Fades.
23, the magic number.
Yeah,
It makes me so
magic
sad.
number.
I'm so sad.
That was Michael Jordan, right? He was 23.
Yep.
He was
Right?
number 23. You're so
He was
right.
32. You remember 32?
Yeah, for that short time where he couldn't wear 23.
Because he was banned from
Yeah,
things.
who knows?
Yeah. He was doing the gambling.
Yep.
Yeah.
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 He was,
Anyway.
they called him the gambler.
I think it was 45.
They wrote a song about him.
Yes.
Yeah. He knew when to hold them. But he
I
did
don't
not know when to fold them.
Yeah, I
Because
don't
he
think
got
he
caught.
did know that. Yeah.
He got caught holding. So, yeah, there you go. Lessons from Michael Jordan.
Him and Lando.
Don't gamble and get caught.
Just
There
don't
you go.
get caught.
You lose your Falcon. If
Right,
you do.
Pete Rose? Don't get caught.
Yeah, come on, Pete Rose.
Come on, Mr. Rose.
Yeah. So Star Wars 52 came out.
56?
56. Sorry.
56, yeah.
56.
Yeah.
86.
Yeah. The Escape Part 1. Yeah. So after
this is
the
the last
previous
comic,
arc,
right?
where the Darth Vader
Oh, Trios is
pretty much
back, eh?
creamed the rebel fleet, they all escaped.
Yeah, he did.
And
Good
now
stuff.
this is the end of their escape, and they hook up with Sana Solo, or Sana Staros, as her real name is. But
Word.
yeah. So this is they're trying to escape back to somewhere where they can meet up with the rebel fleet again, and maybe hopefully strike back. Huh? Huh?
I get it.
Yeah.
Yeah. That doesn't make sense. But yeah, they're trying to get back to the rebel fleet, but they find gets in some imperial entanglements, and they get crashed on a planet.
Oh.
Yeah, it's a pretty good issue. I mean, it's a lot of dialogue, a lot of talking,
Yeah.
but it's all good stuff.
I love the stormtrooper walking around with the hologram. Have you seen these 3? And they're like under the table.
Yeah, and Sana's like, no, totally haven't seen those.
Totes not. No,
No.
not so much.
Nope, never. Yeah, so it's a good issue. I love the art. I think Salvador LaRocca did not do the art on this. They actually went with a new artist, Andrea Brocardo, and I'm sure I'm pronouncing that correctly.
Hit the button.
I-
Hit the button.
Oh, keep saying because I don't know. I don't
know.
Is this
You
wrong
can't.
one?
You can't do it if you don't know.
Oh, there it is.
I'm not
with
Mike.
Garrick.
I'm not Mike. Oh,
But I totes agree. The art's great on this, man.
yeah, I love
Actually,
it.
I like the colorist.
Yeah,
Did a good job on this too.
everything. I liked it. I was worried about the new artist, but now that I'm seeing it, I'm no longer worried. Very nice. I like the framing and they captured the characters well, and yeah, good stuff.
What? I don't mind a good dialogue heavy comic too.
Yeah,
It actually takes you somewhere, and not all of them do. Some of the I've told you guys I read the Back to the Future comics, and some of those are kind of hit and miss, and some of those would get really dialogue heavy, and you're like going nowhere. So it's nice when you get a comic that's got a good story behind it, and
yeah.
And I'm totally faking this, by the way, because I haven't read the comic, so I'm hoping. I'm hoping.
Yeah,
that this
I mean, the dialogue is great, especially when the writer really can capture Han's dialogue really well.
That's hard to do, by the way.
Yeah, it is.
Not everybody can hit that.
He has a smug cockiness
Yes.
to him, and he's so sure of everything, even though like he's not at all sure of himself. And his and Sana's interactions together are great, because she's just
She's
can
just as
see right
sarcastic
through
as
him.
him. Yeah.
Yeah, she sees right through all his crap and calls him out on it. And he's like, "No, it'll work. I swear." Yeah.
Is that a half Millennium Falcon?
That
Yeah,
is
that's
Sana's
Sana's
ship. Yeah.
Yeah. It's like half of one.
Yeah. She doesn't
It's
need
got
a
the
whole
cockpit
one.
in the middle, dude.
She doesn't have a Wookiee she has to cart around with her, so she doesn't need a whole Millennium Falcon.
Just half
Yeah,
Millennium.
come on, man.
Falcon.
Get it together.
What was I thinking?
Yeah. So the next issue cover is pretty awesome, because it's that classic painting. What's that painting called with the farmer and his wife?
Yeah. Oh, I love
The
that.
farmer and the wife painting?
Yeah, the farmer and the wife painting.
That is amazeballs.
That's pretty awesome.
I know.
That's one of them that you frame and put on your wall.
Yeah, it's American Gothic. That's what it was. This is like the American Gothic with Han and Leia, and he's holding a pitchfork and everything.
They're standing in front of
Yeah.
a farmhouse.
Is that a vibro pitchfork?
Yes, absolutely.
Of course,
Yeah.
it's a
It's got wires coming. It probably shoots lasers too. It's a laser pitchfork. Yeah. Yeah, so I'm interested to see what that's all about.
Well, thank God they're still doing the main title. I don't know what I would do.
I don't know if they could ever end it. I mean,
They better not.
They'll have to. Yeah, I don't know if they'll have to. And
Do you think
reboot
at
it
some point they're going to jump to a different part of the timeline, or do you think they're just going to keep telling these stories?
If I had to guess, I would guess after episode 9 comes out, maybe they would skip
move
forward
around a little bit.
Yeah.
I've been waiting for them to hit Empire and then start stories, from after Empire, because I mean they've been doing this, between 4 and 5 since Force Awakens. So I don't know. I'm kind of itching for something new.
Oh, absolutely.
You guys,
yeah,
man.
Yeah, and they're running out of real estate, like you said, before Empire. So we'll see.
Word. Yeah. And these stories have been great, man. I've really done. I mean, we've talked about this before. I mean, there's a lot of new. I mean, you got the movies and the TV shows, and you got a lot of stuff. But I really feel like that the comics have not only held their own, but almost are my favorite part right now of the stuff that's happening outside of the movies.
And the best part is they're taking more risks in the comics. Like they're killing off characters that were in the movies.
Yes,
like we've mentioned in past podcasts.
Before they were even in the movie,
not even killing off people. Like I think you're referring to Dodonna, but actually they killed off the guy from Draven from Rogue One as well. But
Boss.
Draven. No,
he died.
He died in the movie, bud. Right?
Who died in the comic? It doesn't matter.
Dodonna has died.
Yeah,
and the General Draven. Yeah, from Rogue One, the guy that was a-hole.
Yeah.
Anyway, good stuff.
Yeah, good stuff. Yeah. And so, check that out. So also came out Dr. Aphra, number 26. And we get a new artist on this one, too.
Ooh.
Yeah, one Emilio
Estevez.
All right, I'm reserving judgment because I haven't read this one yet either.
Emilio!
All right, let's pop
Emilio!
Let's take a look.
Yeah, so the art is quite different than the past takes on Aphra.
I like the cover. actually.
Yeah, the cover's amazing. Awesome. That's a different artist. That's
I know, it usually is, right.
Ashley Witter. And she does a great job.
Yeah.
Or he. I don't know. Ashley could be a boy or a girl's name.
I guess you're right.
Yeah.
I love it.
This, if you remember from last issue, we have Dr. Evazan and Ponda Baba are back, and they have implanted explosive devices in Dr. Aphra and 000. And if one of them dies, the other one blows up. Or if they leave with a certain radius from each other, they both also blow up.
Ooh.
And so now they're on a planet trying to find somebody to remove these devices from them. And the great part is that Dr. Evazan installed a looking and listening device in 000. So he and Ponda Baba are just sitting on the sofa with like nachos and beer, like watching this all unfold.
Yeah.
Nice.
Like Evazan's got his arm around Ponda Baba, just like, hey, check this out. They're just like watching TV on some Saturday night.
I thought it'd be funny.
Yeah. This is great. They're totally going to explode into guts. It's going to be, yeah. So I love the aspect of, like, you don't see this in Star Wars. There's two dudes sitting on a sofa watching some stuff unfold.
That's good.
And a lot of stuff unfolds in this. Aphra and 000 obviously do not get along because they both want to kill each other. So they are having to work together using their own different methods. Aphra's more of the sneak around without being noticed kind of person, and 000 is more like, I'm just going to kill everyone just because I can kind of droid. So yeah, they end up they end up going to get the devices which taken out, and they actually don't, and they end up tripping a fail-safe mechanism that only gives them a time limit now before they explode. And the only person that could possibly remove it, 000 has accidentally killed. Yeah, of course, so they got 10 hours now before they both blow up. And it's funny when the guy they paid to take these devices out of him said, knocked them out and said, okay, when you wake up, they'll be gone. So they woke up and they're gone. And then as soon as they wake up, Aphra realizes that something's wrong. And Dr. Evazan and Ponda Baba are like cheering like this. Someone just scored a touchdown on the sofa. Yeah, they're going to explode. Yeah, so I love this comic. I mean, Dr. Aphra, for an original character, is and just to keep this running this long is just an amazing feat.
It is,
and every comic is enjoyable, and I love it. I love the story.
I've really been crossing my fingers that we're not going to hear an announcement that they're going to keep this going, because it's a great character. You're right; it's completely original. I love the murder bots.
Yes,
I don't know. There's been very few issues that I was, like, and that didn't live up to expectation. I've loved almost all of these. Now, you're right, though. The artist on this, the art's actually overall pretty good.
Yeah.
It seems like he or she can't decide how to capture Aphra's face, though.
Yeah, there's
like some
angles.
Panels. Yeah, some panels look really good, and then other ones look strange. So
yeah, I agree. It seems like the farther along you get, the better it starts getting. I think the artist kind of settled into, okay, this is the look I'm going for. Right. Now I know what I want. I'm sticking with it, and I'm not going back and fixing it. One take. That's it. Yeah.
First try.
First try. I don't have an eraser. I ran out. So yeah, good stuff.
Cool.
So check those out.
Please don't go away. Please keep making.
Yeah, we love you, Aphra.
Don't go. Please don't go.
And finally, up my pick of the week.
Oh.
Also, the next one in order: Star Wars, Darth Vader. Number Michael Jordan's number. Yeah, that came out.
We're getting close, aren't we?
Oh man, it sucks because it's getting so good. So if you remember from past episodes, or if you've been reading the comic, or maybe if you're just tuning in for the first time, this arc takes place on Mustafar, and it's telling the story of how and why Vader built his castle there. And it's pretty cool. So we got this Sith entity that's inhabiting a helmet named Lord Momin. And he's kind of helping Vader construct this castle because Mustafar is an entry point into the time, the space between space that we saw in a few episodes of Rebels.
You're right.
Where you can manipulate time, pull people out of the timeline, and basically do whatever you want in time and space. And so Vader's trying to pull Padme out and rescue her. And I think that's his ultimate goal. And Momin's trying to help him build this castle as a key to get into this space in between space. So they go through several iterations of this castle throughout the issue. And it's great. Like, they don't explicitly show this except for the first time. Momin fails and the castle just explodes. So the Momin helmet will possess a body that it's been placed on, and Momin will become that person. And so every time Momin fails, Vader, it doesn't show Vader killing that person, but it shows several panels where the body of that's wearing the helmet is clearly different than the previous panel.
Right.
So I love that subtle unwritten, like, oh yeah, it's a stormtrooper. Oh, now it's a lady officer. Oh, now it's like a weird beast with crazy eyes and jowls. And then it's like some sort of, and then it's back to an officer again. I think that was a cool, subtle thing. And he keeps going through these different iterations of Vader's castle, trying to get it just right so he can open that portal. And then finally he gets to the 9th iteration, and Vader's like, there will be no 10th. This is it. If it doesn't work, well, screw you. And he ends up opening a portal into the space between space. And this scene is just incredible. He just rips open the fabric of space-time, I guess, using this dark force energy. And it's it's this incredible shot of his helmet being lit up by whatever's beyond the curtain, I guess. But yeah, it's pretty cool. And then just as he's about to step in, his Imperial officers and troops let him know that the castle's under attack and they need his help or else it's going to fall. So he has to immediately close it and help his peons repel this attack. And whilst he's doing that, Momin sneaks in and pulls his own body out from the past.
Whoa!
And puts the helmet back on.
What?
Yeah, so he literally pulled himself out and is possessing himself with himself.
Hello,
guess.
Me.
Yeah, hello, me.
It's me.
Yeah.
Wow.
So this comic is insane.
That's cool.
I don't like time travel in Star Wars, but somehow this works for me. And I don't know why.
And I like how because I like how they're doing it. It's kind of an original take on this.
Yeah, it's
and I love Vader's obsession with this too.
Yeah, his whole point is to try to get Padme back from death. Right. And that's been his whole goal this entire, all through the prequels. Well, I guess not all through. Up until he met Padme, he wanted to either protect her or save her from death.
Right.
Yeah. So, that's awesome that they're weaving that thread in all the way through Vader's beginning. Because this is Vader's origin story, basically. This is like year one Vader right now. Just a reminder of the time frame. So he's still obviously obsessed with getting Padme back. So, yeah.
I love this. I love the cover for the next issue too, man.
Oh, yeah.
Just on the helmet on fire. And, man. That's good stuff, man. I'm digging it.
I love this comic.
Chain link is broken.
What?
Amazing. Yep.
Oh, he's going to lose his
just have to take my word for it.
No, but I also love the tie-in to, the space between time, the Rebels.
Leaving Rebels in there.
Yeah, man. I love it. I've said it over and over. I love it when the authors of these, of these pieces, these works, care enough to do that. It means something.
It's awesome.
So, it is.
Yeah. Yep. And I think that's what we've been worried about with the movies and everything and the books.
Right.
They all seem kind of disjointed when at the beginning. They all seem kind of disjointed.
Right.
But now that we're so many years in, everything's starting to be
you got people that have enough now to work with to actually start weaving, the bigger picture. And that's the exciting stuff for me. That's the stuff I loved about the old legends. We talked about Kevin J. Anderson last week, and why he was a favorite author, because he was one of those handful of people with the old legends that cared about weaving that big tapestry. And like what you're saying now is that now authors have enough material to work with. It's been 3-4 years since Force Awakens came out. We have enough material now to start weaving that tapestry, and it's getting exciting for me. So that's cool.
Yeah, I like it. It's impressive, yeah, and it almost to some extent seems like it's even more cohesive than the old canon used to be.
Sure. Oh yeah, the old canon. Back then, it was just
like the comics,
a couple of stories and
made no sense, right?
No, right, completely. Yeah. They're fun to go look back at just for nostalgia reasons, but there's barely any cohesion there. So
so I like it. I know we have harped on it that we were afraid of it, but it's starting to come together. And
it is.
If you're not into comics or the books, now is a great time to start reading the past. Now that all these like collector's editions and
the trade paperbacks. And
thank you. Trade paperbacks are out. Now is a good time to get into it and see what you're missing.
Yeah. Agreed.
Good stuff.
Good stuff.
Oh yeah. So Star Wars Resistance came out, and I guess what I said I wasn't going to review it. I guess a few people maybe got a little upset, or some people are happy maybe. But Sancho Panda was good enough to bring together the Glee Club.
Yeah, he did.
So to save me from having to review it, he got them together to do musical reviews of the episodes.
Oh,
musical reviews?
Musical reviews. And because Star Wars Resistance to us is more of a Saturday morning cartoon, it only made sense to make those musical numbers set to famous Saturday night cartoon intro music.
Nice. I'm digging it.
I can't wait.
Yeah. So Howie, if you will.
Yes.
Without further ado,
let's go back to Star Wars Resistance Episode 1, and let's give that a little musical review by Sancho Panda. Hit that button.
Stranded in space until Poe came along and he saved my hide. I saw Leia's face and my urge to join up was amplified. And I begged to help out, though my dad won't let me choose a side. Now I'm in a dumb race, so I'll blend in on Deep Space Nine. Poe positioned me to be the new Resistance spy. No one suspects me, 'cause I'm a really goofy guy. Poe positioned me to see what the First Order do. We'll have to wait and see, probably won't be a season 2. Probably not.
Oh,
yeah. All right.
Yeah. It's like that was younger listeners might not know, but and I didn't, because I'm a young guy,
Pole position.
That was set the pole position, the ancient cartoon.
Yeah, it was
ancient.
Yeah. Yeah.
That's old even for me.
Yeah.
That's amazing.
It is amazing.
So that was basically, I thought, dead on for the premiere episodes 1 and 2.
Especially with the ending. That was pretty dead on.
Yeah.
Probably not.
Probably not.
So we got more of these?
Yeah. So episode 3.
In?
We got one for episode 3 of Star Wars Resistance. So Howie,
take it away.
Hit the button. Zoo.
Kazuda resistance. Shiono. Kazuda. Shiono. Kaz begins to spaz when the pirates start their hit, and he feeds back screechy jazz into their helmets and they split. But no one notices.
Nice.
Yeah, so of course,
done.
set to the tune of the epic cartoon Tailspin.
Yep.
Guys, remember Tailspin?
I do.
Baloo?
Word.
Yeah.
Yeah, a lot
Kit-
of Funko Pops of Tailspin
Kit
right now.
Cloud Kicker with his airboard. Yeah. It's good stuff. Yeah. So that was episode 2. Episode 3 of Resistance.
It was. Wow.
Yeah.
Good stuff, man.
Yeah.
We need
Good.
more of that, Sancho.
Yeah. Well, he's happy
Bring
to
'em, baby.
provide.
Bring them, baby.
Yeah, maybe we'll have some later. We'll see. Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
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 What we got to talk to HR. What do we got to do? What do we got to do
Yeah.
to get more of these?
Oh, I'll talk to him. We'll get our agent Papa on the phone.
You know,
We can't offer him money.
Popo?
but maybe we can pay him double than what he's making.
Yes.
So, tell him we'll pay
200% raise.
double of zero. Yep.
Yes.
That's it.
Yeah.
Well, if they make more, maybe Sancho can be on the podcast again.
Oh yeah.
That's
I
what
agree.
we need.
Totally. So guys,
Yes.
I managed, and you don't know how impressive of a feat this was,
Really?
but I managed
Yeah.
to get my hands on a copy
Yeah.
of Women of the Galaxy
Oh, really?
by Amy Ratcliffe. Yes.
Yeah, friend of the show, Amy.
You
Awesome.
don't know what I had to do to go through this.
Really?
I really don't want to tell
That
you.
rough?
How many buttons did you have to click?
Could not be that rough.
I had to do some things I wasn't proud of, but I got it.
We've all done things.
I
we're not
have it
proud
in
of.
my hands right
Nice.
now.
I can't see it, so I don't believe you.
Oh, well, shut up, Howie. It's here. I swear. So I didn't know that. Okay, so I've been reading this, and I didn't know the foreword was actually by Kathleen Kennedy. Did we talk
Even,
about
though,
that?
even though
Yeah.
we said
Yeah.
that,
Yeah.
We did say
2
that,
weeks ago,
but yes,
Well,
KK.
That was 2 weeks ago, and I don't remember that far back. And it's great because the dedication is for Carrie Fisher. So I found that
cool.
pretty cool. Yeah.
nice.
And when I didn't know I knew this was, some snippets about women in the Star Wars universe, but I didn't realize how in depth this book goes. Because it's not just like women from the movies. It's not just women from the novels. And it's not just women from the cartoons. It goes into the comics. It goes into,
Wow.
I think, some of the video games.
Wow.
It goes deep.
Really?
Yeah,
Yes.
I'm hoping to pick this up
How
too.
deep, my friend?
How deep? Well, let me tell you. They have Sana Staros in here
Nice.
from the comics. And they even have characters from the new cartoon Star Wars Resistance in here.
Okay.
Which I don't know how, because I thought this book came out like a week after that aired. But
Okay, man. But do they have Mara Jade?
That's all really that we're asking.
That's all I need to know.
no, they don't have Mara J because she's not tech.
Canon.
It's only canon
character.
only.
No!
Canon only. Sorry,
I'm
man.
not buying it. Just kidding.
They have Ula.
Yeah, they do.
She put Ula in here.
Well,
I
of course
like
she
that.
had to.
They have Padme's handmaidens. Yeah,
Oh, Sabe and,
yeah.
and
You
the
like
others.
that? They have trios from the
Keira Knightley.
Darth Vader comic in here. So this is really cool. Like the art in here is pretty impressive. They have several different artists that have worked on this, and I love it. They have all the way like from paintings to photorealistic type looking pictures to even comic-y looking pictures. And I will say, if people should pick up this book because it's very impressive, and the detail and the research on each page for explaining why these women matter in the galaxy is insane. Like she must have had to have read every canon thing ever in order to get some of these details in, because there's stuff I'd never even heard of. And
deep cuts, huh?
Deep cuts. Yeah. Nice. So if you want this now, you can go out on Amazon. And I don't know if this price will still be available, but I got my copy.
As of recording night.
As of recording for $20 on Amazon.com. And yeah, definitely pick this up. Because it's not just for women. It's for anyone that's interested in Star Wars. Anyone. So.
I was going to say, I mean, it has piqued my interest. I have not jumped out and bought it yet.
Yeah. The layout itself.
I was thinking about buying it for my daughter, but the more I've looked through it, I'm just like, shoot, I want it on my shelf.
Yeah. The layout is amazing. It has the character's name in bold, and then right under their name, it has their name again in Arabesh.
Yeah.
So I thought that was a cool touch.
Yeah, very cool.
And then it has a quote or some sort of description of the character. And then, either a 1 page all the way up to a 4-page description of the character and how that character impacted the galaxy, and where they're from. So people that aren't too steeped in the lore in the expanded universe won't be lost, because it tells you clearly where this person was from, and then it might even get you interested in checking out that source material as well, which is always good. Yeah, check it out,
man.
It's really good.
I'm glad you got it, because I have been interested, and now with your review of it, I'm pretty sure I'm going to pull the trigger.
Yeah, it's like 200 pages of awesome
for $20 too. I mean, you can't beat that price.
And it's hardcover, and it's well bound. Comes with a dust jacket, Mike.
Nice.
A dust jacket.
The dust jacket.
Can you believe it?
Even a dust jacket?
A dust jacket to keep your book from getting dusty.
And of course, congratulations to Amy too.
Absolutely.
This is a great accomplishment for her. So I know she works for the Nerdist and has contributed to StarWars.com and all that good stuff. So, but I think this is her first foray into a project of this magnitude. So that's neat. We're very happy for her and congratulate her for sure.
Oh yeah, she's got a great 2-page forward in there from herself explaining why and how she came to do this book. So it's very cool to read that. Very cool.
Awesome.
Yeah. Awesome.
Well, do yourself a favor and pick it up.
Go get it now while supplies are hot.
Oh, get it now.
Do it. Or I'll punch you in the neck. That'll show them.
Throat punch.
Well, is that all we got for reviews?
That's it, dude.
All right.